Hi, my name is Lasse and I'm the director at Fussbally. In this video format we will be talking about typical parent questions I as a director get asked a lot and that I might be able to add some perspective on. If you ever have any questions you would like us to discuss in these videos, please feel free to comment them below or send me a text. And I'm super excited to get started.
Coach Lasse, what should our role as parents be with our children on this soccer journey?
That is a great question I get asked a lot. Generally, when I think about the parent-kid role with each other, the relationship, it can be a really big beneficiary to the soccer development of your child, or it can really make your child burn out really quickly. And I think the main mistake that parents do is add artificial pressure to the kids, especially at a young age. Often parents love soccer very much and have played for a long time themselves, and they have a really high desire to give that love that they feel for the sport onto the kids. And with that, there's often a little bit of a risk of having very high expectations of performance to the child and for the child to learn and understand things really quickly. And when the kid feels like it is not enough for the parent and it can't fulfill the parent's expectations, then often resentment starts to come in. So my main recommendations for parents for a relationship with the child would be make it a positive one. Make soccer something you guys are excited for, something you share together, something you have fun with. Maybe a great opportunity to bond together and not a task that the child feels like they have to do every day and they have to do in order for it to be a good relationship to the parents or to fulfill the parents' expectations. If your child really likes soccer and wants to become very good at it, of course you can help them grow, and we will talk about that later, but especially in the first years of soccer, make it something they're exciting to do together with you.
Coach Lasse, earlier you mentioned the importance of making soccer really exciting and fun for children. What are some specific examples or ways to do that as a parent?
That's a wonderful question. The biggest thing that I see working really well is when parents share attention. Kids always want to spend time with their parents, and especially time where the parent is actually present and has excitement for what's going on. And the more excitement and attention you share for soccer as an activity, the more it will move on over to the child. So if you guys are doing a challenge of how fast you can kick the ball against a crossbar, or who can win a penalty challenge, or you try to play a round of wall ball where you have to kick the ball against a certain spot on the wall, you play a basement 1v1 soccer match, anything that's a positive and you play together and you're sharing attention and moments where you laugh together and have fun, those are the moments that your child is really going to remember and take on, have fun with it as well.
Awesome. A lot of questions that parents ask are how much soccer should my child play?
Yeah, that's another wonderful question. And there's not a number by age that's really correct. What I see is that kids, when they just start soccer, 2 to 3 times a week is a good place to start, as more than that when they've never played before can be a little bit overwhelming. But then I also have all the kids that play soccer every day. And really it just comes down to how much your child likes it and how much your child enjoys the activity itself. Some kids might love to play soccer every day. Other kids feel 2 times a week is so much that they're burning out. I felt like this in French class. When I had French class 45 minutes a week, I felt like I'm burned out 1 minute into the class every week. I played soccer every day and I never felt like it's too much. So the more your child likes soccer, the more soccer your child can play and the more effective it will be. And I think really just monitoring it and making sure it's something that's enjoyable and fun will be the biggest key for having a faster development, being able to train more, being able to play more, and all of that. Of course, soccer is a very technical sport and different than football or basketball. Athleticism plays less of a role. So theoretically, the more your child plays and trains, the better your child will get. But again, only to the point where the time on the field training is not enjoyable anymore, because then you're starting to go in the direction of burnout really fast.
If we're new to Fussbally or want to experience Fussbally, what's the best way to encounter or experience Fussbally other than these videos?
I think a great way is to join one of our free test sessions. We have an opportunity for you to join in a game as well as in a training and just try out how our sessions are designed. We do a lot of things very differently from other organizations in the area, where we have really small groups with low kid to coach ratios. We really focus on technical development of each individual child, and we make the games on a much smaller scale to maximize each child's touches with the ball. And I think I can talk about that a lot, but the best way is to try it out. We will have a link to a free test session in the video description below, and we would love to see you on the field.
Coach Lasse, what are some simple drills that a parent can do with their child at home or outside of Fussbally training to both help increase skill and enjoyment and love of the game?
Another wonderful question. I think just thinking about spending extra time with your child playing and training is a great idea. I think it's really positive, going to reflect really positively on their likeliness of really enjoying to play soccer. For young kids, I highly recommend to make it as playful as possible. So even though you might not have the optimal time spent on actually improving on specific skills, just playing games together, making it a fun competition is a wonderful thing to do and will go a very long way. When the kids turn 7, 8 or a little bit older, you can definitely take it more into specific trainings, and there's unlimited material out on the internet already, and we will try to provide some as well on specific drills that you can do. I would look at it the following way. I would first find a specific topic you want to improve on. So for example, turning with our first touch. So we receive the soccer ball and we are trying to turn around with the first touch. And then you look at what specific situations in the game you want to train on. Do you want to train with having no pressure in the back and having tons of space? Or do you want to train on having somebody behind you? And I'm just trying to go through the specific example right now. And then if you know exactly what your content is you want to work on, you will find, if you type that into the internet, you will find a lot of specific drills that work on it. The important part I would like you to really think about when you do this with your child is every time doing something just by having a lot of repetition on a specific skill is very easy and not very close to the game. The game has a lot of points of pressure. I think about developing skills in 7 stages. 1 is just understanding a skill, understanding how to turn around. 2 is doing it by just standing. 3 would be doing it in movement. Step 4, and this is where you as a parent can create a lot of value for your child, is adding pressure of time. By making it a competition, you can add pressure of time without making it like a drill sergeant hard training, where you can say, how many times can you do this in 30 seconds? How many goals can you score in this amount of time? How long do you need to do this certain activity? This just adds pressure of time and pushes up the intensity and makes the exercise significantly more difficult. At the same time, it stays fun because it's a fun game, maybe between you and your child, or a fun competition, maybe not between siblings, but with siblings. If you can add additionally pressure of space, so you're adding to the pressure of time a limited space to do the exercise in that whatever you're training, and then at the latest stage adding pressure of opponents, which is hard to do at home, and training sessions in groups are really more designed for. But those are really points where you then get closer to a game. And the 7th stage of developing a skill would be adding pressure of time, pressure of space, opponent pressure, all together. And being able to do all of these things combined is really when you get to the point of kids being able to use soccer skills in games and really what the end goal should be. So point is, if your child is older, really into soccer and really want to learn, find the specific skill you want to work on. Find a specific way to train that skill, and I'm happy to help with that. If you text me, I'm happy to give you as much guidance as I can. And then once you've found that, see if you can build a competition to add pressure of time or space while still making it a fun game.
Awesome. And what's the best number to text you at for these questions?
303-828-7079 is my personal phone number, and you can reach me anytime.
Thank you.